I'd like to ask the Chairman of the Communications Commission whether the Communication Commission has assessed the provision of 90-day credit bundles sold by telecommunication providers on the island.
For the Chairman of the Communications Commission, Mr Malarkey, to reply.
Deputy President, the Commission does not have any specific powers or remit to intervene in contracts between telecom companies and their customers or to impose specific contract terms. However, there are consumer protection measures built into the Telecoms Operations Licence, which among other things covers contract terms, fair trading and dispute resolution procedures. Manx Telecom pay-as-you-go balances expires after 90 days. We're sure there is an option of extending the life of a balance by making a call, sending a text or using some mobile data every 90 days. The minimum top-up for sure is £10 online or by phone, or £5 if done in the shop. The minimum top-up for Manx Telecom is £5. Essentially, low users can keep a mobile phone for use in emergencies at a cost of £5 for 90 days, with Sure offering an opportunity to extend the 90 days if the phone is used before the credit expires. The Commission has considered this issue in the past and discussed this matter with the OFT. The OFT was of the opinion that in practice did not breach any consumer protection legislation as long as it was clearly laid out in the terms and the conditions of the contract.
Question, Mr Moorhouse.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and thank you, Communication Commissioner, for such a detailed answer. Is the Minister aware of the perceived concerns with these products? And does he know how much island residents spent last year on these products? And more importantly, how much of the money vanished on the 90th day?
Chairman, to reply.
Well, I don't quite see how it vanishes on the 90th day. This is normal practice, not just on local firms, but in the United Kingdom, all different companies use different length of time for which you can hold credits within your mobile phone. As I said in my answer, this is a retail market where they compete against each other, even on the island. Manx Telecom, as you well know, Deputy President, owns most of the infrastructure on the island. So when it comes to wholesale, this is tightly monitored by the Communications Commission. And Manx Telecom can only make a certain amount of profit to make sure that the market for retail is a balanced one where they compete against each other. And in this, to this degree, it then finds its own balance, where if one wants to offer more time than 90 days against another, it will encourage consumers to move from one company to another. This is not something that the Communications Commission would interfere in.
Question, Mr Moorhouse.
Thank you, Mr Deputy President, and thank you, Communications Commissioner, for the answer. In terms of what you've told us so far, you're aware there is some underlying issue here. We have taken efforts to move forward and assess the situation. The problem is that by encouraging the customers to be more proactive, it sounds good, but the problem is that in many situations we're dealing with the poorest, the oldest and the most vulnerable on our island. Would it be possible for the Communications Commission to actually review this situation again, because it may be a small number of people who are trapped in this situation, but they are generally trapped and do need our assistance?
Chairman, to reply.
Mr Deputy President, I do sympathise with the questioner as to where he's coming from, but I don't personally think that this is the only place where unfortunately those who haven't got a lot of money miss out because they're having to pay either up front or for contracts, long contracts. I mean, we just heard the Chair of the Utilities talking about credits and people paying up front and different types of credits. So I don't think this is unique to the market at all, whether it be telecommunications, electricity, gas or anything else. Again, I don't believe it's the job of the Communications Commission to start interfering in the retail side of what goes on between local firms.
Supplementary question, Dr Allenson.
Thank you, Mr Deputy President. Would the Chair of the Communications Commission agree that there has been a change in the terms and conditions over the last few years in terms of mobile phones, and that really, hopefully, this question will remind people that they need to check the terms and conditions of the services that they're using? Thank you.
Chairman to reply.
And I thank the honourable member for that. And he is right. Terms and conditions and the competition has become greater over the last few years, where we've seen contracts and people, consumers moving from one company to another because of the contracts are changing all the time. We hear about competitive contracts as to when people buy phones on contract, when the contract runs out, they carry on paying for the phones. That's up to the retailer and the decision that they make in the marketplace is as to whether they want to do that, whether they keep customers by doing that, or whether they're losing customers. This is purely and simply a marketing thing for the retailer.